Hello everyone, welcome to the Needle Magic. In today's tutorial we'll be making this teddy keychain. So for this we'll need yarn, a crochet hook. I'll be using a 3.5mm crochet hook, but you can use the hook according to your yarn. And then we'll be needing these safety eyes, some cotton or polyfill, scissors, tapestry needle and a key ring, and little bit of brown color yarn that we'll be using for the nose and mouth. So let's get started. So we'll start by making a magic ring first. So we'll wrap the yarn on our index finger, put our needle under the first loop and bring the second loop forward, slide it off your fingers and chain 1 to secure. So here we have our magic ring. Now we'll work 6 single crochet stitches in the magic ring. So हम 6 single crochet stitches बनाएंगे magic ring में. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we'll pull the yarn tail and tighten the magic circle, and we'll join to the first stitch that we made with the slip stitch. तो जो पहली stitch हमने बनाई थी slip stitch से उसे join कर देंगे. Now let's start with our round number 2, chain 1, and this doesn't count as a stitch. ये stitch नहीं है. And now in the same stitch where we did the slip stitch, we'll go in and make a single crochet stitch. तो जो पहला जो stitch है जहाँ पे हमने slip stitch किया था वहाँ पे हम अपना पहला single crochet stitch बनाएंगे. And we'll add a stitch marker to this stitch so that we know this is the stitch we have to join. Now we'll make one more single crochet stitch in the same stitch. So we have done an increase here. So we have 2 single crochet stitches in one stitch. Now in the next stitch again we'll work 2 single crochet stitches, 1 and the second one in the same stitch, 2. Then in the next again we'll work 2 single crochet stitches, 1 and 2. तो हम हर एक stitch में 2 single crochet stitches बना रहे हैं. In the next again 1 and 2. Then in the next again 1 and 2. So here we have a total of 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 12. So in the next, which is the last stitch, we'll work 2 more. And then we'll remove the stitch marker and slip stitch to that stitch and join. So this completes our round number 2. Let's start with our round number 3, chain 1. And in the same stitch where we did the slip stitch, we'll go in and we'll make a single crochet stitch and we'll add our stitch marker. Then in the next stitch, we'll do an increase. So we'll work 2 single crochet stitches in one stitch, 1 and the second one in the same stitch. Then in the next we'll work 1 single crochet stitch. In the next stitch we'll work 2 single crochet stitches, 1 and 2. Then again in the next stitch we'll work 1 single crochet stitch, and in the next we'll do an increase, so we'll work 2 single crochet stitches. Then in the next stitch again 1 single crochet stitch. In the next stitch 2 single crochet stitches, 1 and 2. In the next stitch 1, and then in the next stitch 2, 1 and 2. Then again in the next stitch 1, in the next stitch 2, 1 and 2. And by the end of this round we must have a total of 18 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Now we'll remove the stitch marker and we'll slip stitch and join. So this completes our round number 3. For round number 4, again we'll chain 1 and 1 single crochet stitch into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch, and we'll add our stitch marker to this stitch. 1 single crochet stitch into the next stitch and 2 in the next. So we are doing an increase on every third stitch. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next one, and 2 stitches in the next, 1 and 2. So an increase on every third stitch. तो हर तीसरी stitch पे हम increase करें. 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next. And this completes our round number 4, and by the end of round 4 we'll have a total of 24 single crochet stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. 1 2 3 4. Now we'll remove the stitch marker and slip stitch to join. Now for the next round, round number 5, chain 1, 1 single crochet stitch into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch. We'll add our stitch marker to the stitch. 1 single crochet stitch into the next stitch, 1 single crochet stitch into the next stitch, 2 in the next. So we are doing an increase on every fourth stitch. तो हर fourth stitch पे हम increase कर रहे हैं. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1 and 2. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 in the next, 1, 1, 1 and 2. One, 1, 1 and 2. Then once you complete your round, you'll have a total of 30 stitches, and then you'll have to slip stitch onto the first stitch that you made to complete the round. Now chain 1, and we have to do 1 single crochet stitch in each of these following stitches. So just go in the stitch where we did the slip stitch, make a single crochet stitch, add the stitch marker, one in the next stitch, 1 single crochet stitch in the next stitch, 1 in the next stitch, and we have to continue doing this until we complete the round. So we are not doing any increase here, we are just placing 1 single crochet stitch in each of the following stitches until we complete the round. And this is the round that we have to repeat for a couple of rounds, and then we'll start with our decreases. तो एक बार हम कुछ rounds इस तरीके से करेंगे और फिर हम अपनी decreases start करेंगे. So we'll just complete by doing 1 single crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we complete the round. I've completed the round, and make sure when you do the slip stitch, you don't do it in the slip stitch of the previous round and the chain 1. We don't have to work in those. We have to do the slip stitch in the stitch where we add our stitch marker, like this. and then we'll continue doing this for a couple of rounds. So for the next 3 rounds we'll do this. We'll just place 1 single crochet stitch in each of the following stitches, but don't forget to add the stitch marker. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can even add a piece of different color yarn so that you know that this is the stitch where we have to do the slip stitch, and you'll have a total of 30 single crochet stitches in the end of the round. So for the next 3 rounds we have to repeat this pattern, and then we'll start our decreases. So I'll complete with the next 3 rounds and then meet you back here and show you what to do next. So here I've completed 3 more rounds. I'm so sorry, 3 more rounds by doing 1 single crochet stitch in each of the following stitches. So 5th, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I've completed 9 rounds in total. Now for the 10th round we'll start doing decreases now from this round. So chain 1 single crochet stitch into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch, and we'll add our stitch marker here. One single crochet stitch into the next stitch, 1 single crochet stitch into the next stitch, and now we'll do a decrease. So we'll crochet 2 stitches together. So we'll go in the next stitch, pull up a loop. We'll not finish this, we'll go into the next stitch, bring up another loop. So we'll have these 3 loops on our needle. We'll yarn over and pull through all of them, and we have done a decrease here. Then again 1 single crochet stitch into the next stitch, 1 in the next, 1 in the next. Now we have to do 2 together. So go in, pull up a loop, go in the next, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the 3. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 2 together. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and the next 2 together. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, the next 2 together. So this way we are doing our decreases. 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and the last 2 together. Then we'll remove our stitch marker and we'll do a slip stitch to join. And now we'll add the eyes. So I'll be using these safety eyes, but if you do not have these, you can even use black pearls. Small black pearls, if you have, you can even use black pearls. So here I'll be adding the stitch marker to the loop so that it doesn't open up. And now we'll add our stitch marker. So the side where we did the slip stitch, we'll put it at the back, and this will be our front. So on the 1 2 3 4 5 6, on the 6th round we'll be adding our eyes. So you can just place them 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this is the 6th round. So in the 6th round I'll be placing the eyes. So you can place both the eyes and then you can check whether it's looking fine or not, and then you can even change the placing. So I think this is fine. So I'll just add this to close it. And here you go, eyes are done. Now we'll start doing our rounds. So chain 1 single crochet stitch into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch, we'll add the marker, one in the next, and now we'll do a decrease in the next two. So we'll go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch and pull up another loop, yarn over and pull through all the three. So here we are doing a decrease on every third stitch. So third and fourth we are doing it together. So again, one in the next stitch, one in the next stitch, and now we'll do a decrease. So we'll pull up a loop from the next stitch, pull up another loop from the next stitch and pull it through. Then again one single crochet stitch into the next, one in the next, and next two we'll be doing it together. Then again one in the next, one in the next, and the next two will be done together. Then again one in the next, one in the next, and the next two together. Then again one in the next, one in the next, and the last two together. Remove the stitch marker and slip stitch. Then chain one single crochet stitch into the same stitch where we did the slip stitch. We'll add the marker, now we have to do a decrease in every second and third stitch. So we'll be doing second and third stitch together. So go and pull up a loop, go in the next, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through all the three. One single crochet stitch into the next stitch, and the next two will be done together. Then one in the next stitch, the next two together, then again one in the next stitch, next two together, one in the next, next two together, one in the next, and the next two together. Then we'll remove our stitch marker and we'll do a slip stitch and join. And in every round you have to make sure that you're not working in the slip stitches of the previous round and the chain one. So make sure, because of that, if you work in your slip stitches and the chain one, then this you'll have more number of stitches and the shape will not be the same. So now I'll be adding the stitch marker to the loop and we'll add the polyfill. So some of the polyfill we can add now, and then we'll do some more rounds and then we'll close it fully. So it's better to add it now, because the more smaller you'll have the space, it will be difficult to add the cotton or the polyfill. So we'll add it now, little we'll add now, and then the rest we can add it later. So we'll just place it in. So I've added some of the polyfill, but we need to add more because there's some more space left. But we'll do some of the rows, some of the rounds, and then we'll add the polyfill. So before our last round, we'll add the polyfill. So now what we have to do is we have to do an increase. We have to do a decrease in every stitch. So all two stitches will be together. So we'll chain one first. So we'll go in the stitch where we did the slip stitch, we'll pull up a loop, we'll go into the next stitch, we'll pull up another loop, and we'll crochet them together. Then again go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go in the next stitch, pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through all the 3. Go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up another loop, and pull through all the 3 loops. So we are basically doing a decrease on every stitch. So 2 stitches together, that will give us a decrease. I forgot to add the stitch marker, oh my god. Okay, fine, we'll just till we reach the slip stitch. So I'll just count the stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, here we have 6 stitches. So we'll go into the first stitch that we made and we'll do a slip stitch here, and we'll chain 1, leaving a long tail. Now we have a tiny little space here, so we can add the rest of the polyfill and then we'll close it. So this is the most difficult part, I feel, because it's very difficult to add the polyfill when the space is too small. So we'll just use our crochet hook to push it in. So I've finished adding the polyfill. Now I'll be taking the tapestry needle and I'll close the opening. So what I'll be doing is I'll just go into the front loops of all the stitches and then tighten it. So we'll go in the front loop of the next stitch, then of the next stitch, and then once we pull, it will close like this. So we have closed the opening. Now we'll just make a couple of knots so that it's secured enough. And then we'll go in and come from the other side, then go back and come from. Okay, now we'll cut the yarn from here. So this is done. Now we need to make the center part, nose and the ears. So let's start with the nose first. So we are making this part. Now for this we need to make a magic ring first. So we'll take the yarn, wrap it around our index finger, go under the first loop and bring the second loop forward, twist the needle a bit and slide it off your fingers and chain 1 to secure. Now we'll make one more chain. So we have 2 chains here, and we need to make 10 half double crochet stitches in the magic ring. So yarn over, go in the magic ring, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your needle, yarn over and pull through all the 3. So here we have 1 half double crochet stitch. So to this we'll be adding our stitch marker, yarn over, go into the magic ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the 3. So here we have the second half double crochet stitch, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Now we'll tighten the magic ring, take out the marker and slip stitch to join. Chain 1 and fasten off, leaving a little longer tail so that we can use it to attach it to the face. Then we'll take our tapestry needle. We need to put this one in. So the smaller yarn tail I have weaved in and cut the extra piece. The longer tail is still as it is there because we'll use it to attach it to the face. Before that, we'll make the nose with the darker color yarn. I have taken a brown color. So we'll just tie a knot at one end. And this is the front side of the work and this is the back side. So from the back, we'll be going in from the bottom and we'll go in here. So first we are making the line and then we'll do this part. So we'll go in like that. Then from the back at the same point we'll bring our yarn forward. We'll go at the top. And we'll do this one last time from the bottom. We'll go to the top. Now we have to do it this way. So we'll come from here and we'll go to the other side. Then again, come from here. And we are doing this in the same direction now, so that we have the thickness. Then again, we'll come from here. I think one more. This is done. Now we'll just make a couple of knots at the back and then we'll cut the extra yarn. Okay, this is done. Now we'll just cut the extra yarn from here. Take out the brown yarn and add the white one. And then we'll attach this piece to the face. So we'll attach it here like this. So what I like to do is, first I'll just push all this in and then place it where I want. And then we'll go in the stitch first of the face. And then through the stitches here. Don't worry, we'll just, while sewing here, we'll push it in. Then again through the stitch of the face. And then through the stitch of the nose. Then again through the stitch of the face, and then through the stitch of the nose, through the face and through the nose. So this is how we have to attach, put the pieces together. You can use any method. If you want to use needle and thread, you can even use that. It's totally up to you, but I find this easier and even it looks neat, so I use this method always. Then again through the face, and this is the portion I need to just tuck it in, and then we will go through the nose, so this is done. So I'm just going to the bottom, and here I'll be making a couple of knots. And then I'll go in, come out from the other side, then again go in, come out from the other side and cut the extra yarn. So this is done. Now we need to make the ears. So this portion is done. See how cute it's looking. Just need to make the ears, so we'll make both the ears now. So we'll make a magic ring. Chain 2, 1 and 2, and now we need to make 7 half double crochet stitches in the magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then we'll tighten the magic ring and we'll chain 1 and fasten off, leaving a long tail because this is what we'll need to attach it to the face. So one ear is done. So make another one with the same pattern. So magic ring, chain 2 and 7 half double crochet stitches in the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Tighten the magic ring, chain 1 and fasten off, leaving a long tail. So our ears are done. Now we just need to add it to the face. So we'll take one of the ears first. We'll take the tapestry needle. We need to add it here. So basically on the first and second round here. So we'll place it here first and then we'll go into the stitch like this. This is the other yarn tail we need to weave in. Okay, now this is how it is. So now I'm going into the ear like this, and then I'll be going into the stitch of the face. Then again I'll be going into the stitch of the ear, and then stitch of the face. So for the face I'm going from back to front and for the ear I'm going from front to back. So this is how it is getting attached. So once I feel that it is secured enough, I'll just go in and come from the back, come out from the bottom, pull it a bit, and then we'll make a couple of knots at the bottom. Then we'll go in, come out through the other side, and again go in from the same side and come out through the bottom, and then cut the extra yarn from here. And this is how we need to attach our other ear. Before that, we'll just weave in this yarn tail as well. So I'm just putting my needle in where I want it to go because it's small. So we'll thread our needle and we'll pull it through. That's it. And we'll cut the extra yarn. So this is how we need to attach our other ear. So I'll attach the other ear and then I'll show you how it looks. I have added the other ear as well, and this is how it's looking. And now we can just take our key ring and attach it to the top. And once we are done, we can tighten it. And here our teddy keychain is ready. I hope you liked the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Keep crocheting, be happy, stay safe. Bye bye.